All right. I was tagged by Stephen Bodie Ford at Hiking Deep to do a solar oven. And I've never tried one of these before, but we're going to give it a try. I'm just going to make some kind of tiki masala curry, lentils, rice, beans mix. There's going to be no meat in it or anything like that. It's pretty much going to be a vegan thing. But you can always add, you know, meat to it and things like that too. You know, I just don't have any. I'm not going to put in here, and I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do it with this. Like I said, I've never made one of these before. They did chili on theirs, and they used a gallon jar. I'm using a smaller jar, but theirs turned out really good. Looked good. Looked fantastic. So I thought I'd give this a try, and you know, it's great. Great thing to try. So let's do it. Got me a jar, painted up. It's already warm. It's just sitting here. Put in, start with this rice. I'm not going to put it all in. Got the red beans. I love Mediterranean food. Awesome. I'm gonna put all those beans in there because I love the beans. There might be enough room to put it all in there. Here's some of this curry sauce. A lot of times when I eat it, you know, it wastes a lot there. A lot of times when I eat it, though, you know, I'll have it separated out a little bit, you know, something on top of the rice. It all ends up getting mixed up anyway, so. Give it a shake, get it all mixed up a little bit. It's kind of windy out here today. I got a couple bricks foil lined here that hold that thing down. So. And I got a thermometer here. I'm going to kind of do what they did. Kind of set it. Put a little rock behind it. I'm rolling back. Yeah, I'm just going to do like they did. I'm basically pretty much copied their model, and it seemed to work really well. And you could already feel the heat. you know, happening in it. We'll let that sit a while. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna take a while, so, but we'll let it sit a while and see what happens. It's like 94 degrees today, and there is a good 15-20 mile an hour wind, so hopefully that doesn't affect it too much. But this is a great option. You know, it's a great option in case there is a grid down, shit hits the fan, something like that. Power's out, you know, or even in a total burn ban. You know, if there's a burn ban, you can't have any open flame stuff, because we here in Oklahoma, we actually have burn bans quite often in the summertime, even in the wintertime. And I would imagine this would work in the wintertime too, because, you know, probably year round, especially, you know, when it's sunny out, because even in the wintertime here, the sun, when it's out, it's hot, you know, even though it's colder out, that sun. I'm in my front yard, so it's the least shadiest area with the most sunlight, so it's going to get loud a couple times. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, it's you know, even in the wintertime, you know, I'd like to try this in the wintertime as well. But we'll let this sit a while, get back with you, and we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to have to move this a little bit because it's starting to get kind of, the shade's going to get to it. But I'm just going to show you. I'm going to sit down here for a little while. So you see, I've got the jar painted. I use dark brown paint on this one because that's really all I had, just to reflect some of that heat. And that is hot. And let's get down here, see if we can see. It is almost at 150 degrees already. It's about 145, 46. I'm gonna let this sit longer, but I'm gonna have to move it out of the way or move it over a little bit. The shade is getting ready to hit it, so I'm gonna move it over here where there's no shade coming, so, and let it sit a little while longer. But I'll get back with you. But it's starting to work really good, and it's only been out here for maybe an hour and a half, so we'll get right back with you. All right, well, sun is set kind of, but had to leave and go take care of some stuff. But man, let it sit out for a while. That is hot. Oh yeah. Man, that's good. And it is hot. That's awesome. Back on there. Be taking that in and eating it with some domas, which are those grape leaves, wrapped grape leaves, stuffed grape leaves, and all that stuff, the good stuff. Now, this is awesome. This is an awesome deal. Easy to make, simple to use, can be used anytime. Great for shit hits the fan, power outages, want to cook something hot. Burn bans where you can't have open flame. You know, take a little time, you know, but you can cook practically almost anything in this stuff, just whatever. Sure that you can get online and you can look at what, probably find some places where people have like, talk about all kinds of stuff that they've made out of it. Now, you know, a lot of this stuff was already pre-packaged and cooked and stuff. A lot of the stuff that we'd end up using in a grid down situation or anything like that, probably be canned goods, whatever. But however, you know, something to find out too, which I don't know, but I'm sure that you could cook like, you know, already like hard, you know, bags of rice or beans where they're hardened and they need to cook and sit a little longer. It'll be something that'll have to be, you know, like I said, sit for quite a bit of time. You know, I let this sit for a few hours, probably 2.5 hours total. And then I had to leave and I lost some of the light, so it actually kind of cooled down compared to what it was, but that's still very warm. But like I said, you know, so something like that, like bean, you know, something that's a hard bag of beans or rice or something that would take longer to cook, you'd probably want to cook it for several hours and keep testing it and checking it out, you know.
So, but anyway, thanks, Bodie, for tagging me doing this. This is very cool, man. I like this idea, and it's neat to have something like that in the war chest, you know, in the mind, in the war chest that you can always use to break out and use in a situation when you need to. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Keep it heavy.